So today's job is going to be to put a new exhaust system on the truck from the Y pipe coming back. If I was really fancy, I would buy a set of headers. Since it's got the 318 V8, it would sound amazing with the dual exhaust, but I'm getting to the point on this project where I don't want to work on it anymore, so we're now in let's slap the rest of it together and get away from it kind of situation. So the Y pipe is up under the cab, up under there, and my plan is to run connect onto the Y pipe with a short piece of flexible pipe, and because the Y pipe comes down at a little bit of an angle, so I need to make a partial turn, and then from that then we'll go into an actual pipe, and then that will go into a cherry bomb glass pack, like a straight through tube style or whatever it's called, and then from there it'll come back out from under the cab, and then somewhere in front of this axle I want to turn it down with like a 45-degree angle. I bought like a 45-degree elbow, and I'm going to try and weld all of that stuff up, and the only parts that will be clamped is up at the Y pipe, both ends of that flexible pipe. So I'll try to get you guys underneath the truck with me while I'm doing work under there, but there's not a whole lot of room, so we'll see how it works out. So I like to use a piece of paper to cut this. Of course, they make stuff that can slide over the pipe to cut it, but I'm using an angle grinder or a bandsaw. This time it's going to be angle grinder. If I had a nice chop saw or something, I wouldn't have to worry. Yep. It's not a Nate video unless a loud truck goes by. If I had a chop saw, I wouldn't have to worry, but this helps me get a fairly square cut on the end of the pipe. Alright, so here's what I came up with. Down at that end you have that short piece of flex pipe, which is going to connect to the... Man, it's windy. You got the short piece of flex pipe that's going to connect to the Y pipe, and then you got the glass pack, and then you got the actual pipe, and then down there you got the 45 that's going to turn down in front of the axle. Somewhere in there is going to be a brace. Well, a bracket rather, that's going to go up to the one of the cross members on the frame to support that end of the exhaust pipe, but then the rest will hang free with the Y pipe. Should be in good shape here, and I'm going to weld it on, like this is the expanded end. I think I'm going to weld it on opposite. Instead of the expanded end up here, I'm going to weld it this way because it's a little smaller than the pipe. So I'll be able to get more of that pipe kind of welded that way. So we're just going to kind of tack it a couple places and see what it looks like. Woo! Things good and cold, which is probably what we need. Oh yeah, that's going to do the job perfect. Let me get some tools here. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay. Got too many buckets of stuff. Get a wire brush. Going large today. Oh, heck yeah. Now the tricky part's going to be getting it to weld in between. I think I'm going to end up hanging it off the back of the truck, so I'm going to have to move you guys to a different position. Yeah. I'm going to try not to stand in your way. That's toasty. I think that's pretty close to square. Should be able to get her pretty square like this. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty close. There we go. All right, so here's what we ended up with. It's obviously upside down. It's really gonna sit like that. I just couldn't get it to stay. But yeah, that bracket right there, I'm gonna put a piece of rubber between it and the truck, cross member on the truck, so that'll give it some leeway suspension wise. And then of course this flexible pipe up here is gonna go onto the Y pipe. I'm not sure if placement of the glass pack matters that much for sound. Like, I was thinking about placing it down here, but it really didn't work out because this pipe is a 2 3/8 schedule 10, and that's down at that end. That's a 2.5. Maybe I could have crushed it down to 2 3/8 for this. I don't know. I ended up doing it this way because it fits perfect over the Y pipe and it fits perfect over that flange on the muffler. But anyway, I bought some high temp paint, so we're going to try to paint it. I wanted flat black, but all Walmart had in high temp was gloss black, so I mean, I guess that's better than rusty. All right, so we're going to try and carefully get that pipe put in underneath the truck. Woo! It does just fit. We'll say I planned it that way. Putting scratches on my nice paint. Oh no, did I lie? Oh, no, it fits. All right, we'll get up front. All right, let's have a little look here. Oh yeah, I think that's going to be pretty nice. Now I just have to decide, do I want it over here? Do I want it over here? Thinking about midway. And then how high do I want it? Obviously I want it up. About 2 inches maybe? Up where the bracket's at. Let's look at the top. So I realize you guys probably can't see it, but the exhaust pipe is the exhaust pipe is right there, and then straight below this bracket is that brace, or that flat stock we welded onto the top for the support. So I just need to measure down to that, figure out how long I need to go to get to my cross member. So there's the top of it. That says 6 inches. And I think that hole is at least another inch. We'll say 1.5 inches. So I'm gonna go 7. So I don't know if I want to find a 7-inch rubber strap, or if I want to do some metal and then rubber after that. I'm thinking probably that. So here's what I came up with for that rubber strap. It's an old junk tire. I'm gonna see if I can cut it out with this machine. I don't think there's any steel in the sidewalls. I guess we'll find out. See what happens here. Oh yeah. I had a feeling that was coming. Let's see here. If I can do something like this without hitting it, preferably. I don't really want to cut my foot. Oh yeah. Now I just have to figure out how long I want it to be. I'm thinking 3 or 4 inches. Go a little long. I think so, Tim. Oh, yeah. Hey, there we go. So it gives me something like that. It's approximately 2 inches. Still got some cords and stuff in the side, so hopefully it won't tear it apart. We'll give it a whirl and see what happens. So this is what I came up with. It'll go upright like this, and this will attach to the exhaust pipe, that piece of flat stock coming up from the exhaust pipe. And then I did big washers, stacked washers, to give it a little more surface contact area, because it's just a 1/4-inch bolt. And then up at the top, it'll bolt to that cross member on the frame. So yeah, hopefully if my measurements are close, this should work out fine. All right, so we'll go ahead and put it on this cross member carefully. Fortunately, there's already a hole drilled in it. Otherwise, I would have had to weld it, because I couldn't get a drill in there. gotta blow the horn some more. Let me go get my wrenches. Well, I got my wrenches, but in hindsight, I think I'm gonna leave that loose for now, so I can get it adjusted in the bottom where I want it, down on the exhaust system. Then I'll come back and tighten it up. All right, I think this is about the best angle I can get you guys, so sorry. I'm going to double nut it like I did the top, just so I can lock the two together. I mean, I can stretch it a little by pulling on it, but it's not bad. I think it'll be okay, as long as there's enough room here that it doesn't get hot and start like softening the metal. I'm going to go on top and tighten the top bracket, because right now it can swing. But I think once I get that top tight, it's going to be pretty hard for it to swing. So give me a second. All right. Yeah. It's still got a little wobble it can swing. But even pushing up on the bottom, it doesn't really want to lift. So I think it'll be all right. It's just not a Nate video unless there's a giant truck taking off in the background. Anyway, I think that'll be good. Now we got to do testing, aka how does it sound? All right, haven't had it started in a few days, so let's see if she'll start up. Ooh. Honestly, it's a little louder than I thought it would be. Let me give it a little throttle. I thought usually cherry bombs were a little bit more quiet, at least at the lower end, but let me move you around. Hello everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm always surprised when I stumble upon a YouTube creator who has millions of subscribers and has been producing videos for years, completely unknown to me. I would like to help correct this issue by giving some of my favorite creators a shout out during my videos. To that end, I would like to take this opportunity to spotlight one of my fellow YouTube creators, someone I personally subscribe to. If you find my content interesting, please consider going down to the video's description and follow the link I have placed there. The link will take you to today's chosen creator. But for now, please stay tuned for any bloopers related to this video. Thank you, everyone. Alrighty. Yep. Probably help if I had a ground clamp. Yep, that's not gonna work.